It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Panthers and the Falcons, and it's all up next.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
But my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Ritter. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Ritter. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Robinson on a give right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up. Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Robinson up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here to add to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now a first down throw for Young. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First down, here's Mitchell. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, What's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. They run over center with Mitchell. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Young. And that would get a right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up the running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and it ends up falling incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was...
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. It's Young off play action. And here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
It's Young on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. From the shotgun, it's Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Young to throw it. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, on comes the Carolina kicker, Harrison Butker. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Ritter has it knocked down, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a pickup of a yard there. That won't help too much. They're left with a 3rd and forever now.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. That one deep for London.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking on the midfield logo. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. They'll get this down to the 38.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That throw by Young incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second down and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To Chenault on the slant. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Ritter back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Back to throw, Ritter. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Ritter. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to fourth down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a first and 10. Young. Open man is Mingo. Complete. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Now a second down throw for Young. It's caught left side by Cooks. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Young will set to throw. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
To the air once more, Young. And this one nearly picked off. Kind Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Now Young. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. On play action, Young, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. From the red zone now, Young. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
A handoff for Mitchell running left. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
That throw by Young incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Kicker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll set up a throw. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ritter now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. Ritter will set up to throw it. He's got this to Algier. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down. Ritter. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here is Young. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Young. They'll air one out deep from Mingo. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. but this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Ritter to throw it. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Ooh, the juke. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. Touchdown, Falcons! From 13 yards out. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that, because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Ritter back to throw. This is complete to Hawkins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Young from the shotgun. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Ritter. Quick slant completes into Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. Right back to Njoku. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And that'll be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
1st down, here's Ritter. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Bootlegging out here. Ritter.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Young.
Screen play setting it up for Mitchell.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had a lot of chances but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now they're in the hurry-up. Young. Flushed out right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st. To throw, Young. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Josh Oliver.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
And they will take a knee here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
A give left side to Robinson.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.